So far, we've been using only string data, but computers are even better at using numbers. Today, you'll learn to perform addition with the most basic types of numbers, integers. Hi, I'm Annette Gotland. I'm the author of the Do-It-Yourself Java Games books. I teach Java programming through creating games. Welcome to the video version of my books. We're currently in the Text Games video series, TG, the first of 4 types of games series. The focus of this series is to cover the fundamentals of Java programming. No programming experience is required. You'll learn how, when, and why Java programs are written the way they are. This series has 16 projects. We're currently working on the 8th project, TG8 Calculator. In this project, we'll create a simple calculator like this. This is lesson TG8.1, where you'll learn about the integer data type and how to add integers. Be sure to download gamesresources.zip from www.gotlandsoftware.com, DIY Java Games. Extract the files into your Eclipse workspace folder as instructed in the setup video. The zip file contains the DIY window class needed in all the rest of the Text Games videos. Integers are whole numbers, not decimal numbers, and not fractions. Integers can be added together to return a sum, or added to a string to be inserted into the string. Exercise 1. Create the calculator project, package, and class. Pause the video if you need more time in any of these exercises. If you want to see how I would complete any of the listings, please refer to the completed listings at the end of this video. First, create a new Java project named Calculator and add the external jar file, DIY Java jar, to the library's class path of the project. Next, create a new package with a unique name. Hint, I named mine Annette.Gotland.Calculator. Then create a new class named Calculator with superclass DIY window and with a stub for main and its constructors. And finally, add code to main to call the calculator constructor. Run it. What happened? It should have opened the DIY window with no contents. Numbers are typed into a program without quotes. Exercise 2. Print the number 5. In the constructor, type code exactly as shown to print the number 5. Run it. What happened? It should have printed a 5. Numbers can be put into variables. In Java, declare an integer variable as int. For example, to declare an integer named score and give it a value of 21, use int score equals 21. Exercise 3. Declare and use an integer variable. In the constructor, type code exactly as shown to declare an integer named a and assign it an initial value of 5. Then print a. Run it. What happened? It should have printed 5. You can also join an integer to a string. Exercise 4. Join a string and an integer. In the constructor, type code exactly as shown to add a description to the printed value. Run it. What happened? It should have printed a as 5. Exercise 5. Declare and use an integer variable yourself. In the constructor, declare another integer variable, b, with a value of 7. Then print b with a description like you did for a. Run it. What happened? It should have printed a is 5, b is 7. Between strings, a plus sign joins the strings. Between numbers, a plus sign adds the numbers together. Exercise 6. Add 2 integers. In the constructor, add a third integer to the program, c, and assign it the sum of 5 and 7. Then print c with a description like you did for a and b. Run it. What happened? It should have printed a is 5, b is 7, c is 12. Exercise 7. Add 2 integer variables. Because 5 and 7 are stored in variables, what do you think you could change so c is the sum of what's in variables a and b? Run it. What happened? It should still print a is 5, b is 7, c is 12. Key points and more. Int integers. Whole numbers, not decimal numbers and not fractions, are called integers. Declare integers as int. Integers can be added together to create a sum. Integers can be added to a string. If you add an integer to a string, it will put that number in that position of the string. You should usually use int integers when your code needs integers. However, int variables can only hold values between about -2 billion and +2 billion. If you need larger integers, you must declare them as long integers. Or, if your integer will always be smaller and you want to reduce the amount of space your program takes on a computer, use byte or short integers. We'll discuss other numeric types in other lessons. Here are the completed listings for all the exercises in this video. This is the end of the first lesson in the calculator project. It may seem like it should be an easy step to allow the user to enter any values in the calculator. However, the input method reads all input as string values. The input string value must be converted to an integer before addition can be performed. In the next lesson, you'll learn how to convert a string input value into an integer value. With that added knowledge, you'll be able to add input and improve the output of the calculator program.